33 slamming, can't TJ. No, they scared of fat drink.
Seconds later, Drench turns the camera off, and you can hear a few in the background, and people in the comments are asking what happened, since you could tell something just went down.
Be up on our block, slow, legally black.
That's when Drench turns the camera back on after they get done hitting at their op, and he's breathing hard, and they start talking about how the op missed and didn't even hit them.
Yeah! Oh, that was me, man. We good though. Stop playing. I want to go to my girl crib.
Hey, go grab. Hey, take me go grab that other chopper.
Okay, mom.
Go back through that. They was at so goofy on trade.
He shooting that. He ain't even hit the car. He can't shoot.
He shoot like this. He shoot like this.
Can't shoot. Dunking his head.
Oh my damn, bro. Yeah, don't trade. Y'all better not play no career games because we gonna get on that.
These niggas is done. They know they on live. How am I watching this? Hold on. How do I know Drench Gang is doing drive-bys? No way. Let me go back. It can't be real, right? I wasn't listening. Drench Gang was on Lil KT block. Is it serious? I know this for real? I should know this. I don't even know Drench Gang. What's this nigga name again? Let me go back.
Rappers who had on live. And first up, we gotta start with the young rapper from Chicago known as Fat Drench, because Drench was on live riding through his ops hood with some of his bros, and he lets everyone on the live know that they're sliding through the ops block.
We on
Lil KT block.
We flip a rap, little boys come back on the 9, 8 a neck, 33 slamming, can't TJ. No, they scared of fat drink.
Seconds later, Drench turns the camera off, and you can hear a few in the background, and people in the comments are asking what happened, since you could tell something just went down.
Be up on our block, slow, legally black.
That's when Drench turns the camera back on after they get done hitting at their op, and he's breathing hard, and they start talking about how the op missed and didn't even hit them.
Yeah! Oh, that was me, man. We good though. Stop playing. I want to go to my girl crib.
Hey, go grab. Hey, take me go grab that other chopper.
Okay, mom.
Go back through that. They was at so goofy on trade.
He shooting that. He ain't even hit the car.
Oh my god.
He can't shoot.
He shoot like this. He shoot like this.
Can't shoot. Dunking his head.
Oh my damn, bro. Doing this on live.
Yeah, don't trade. Y'all better not play no career games because we gonna get on that.
And thankfully, the person they slid on didn't end up losing their life, because Drench and his bros say they wish they had their fullies and things would have been way different.
Well, I would hit that fully, folks. Woo!
Thank you.
Not long after the incident, some cops pulled up on
I didn't even realize
fullies and did on
that he's
didn't.
showing us the gun that he shot with.
And thankfully, the person they slid on didn't end up losing their life, because Drench and his bros say they wish they had their fullies and things would have been way different.
Well, I would hit that fully, folks. Woo!
Not long after the incident, some cops pulled up on Fat Drench and questioned him about the situation, because the cop knew that he was the dude who had just had a shooting on Instagram Live.
What you chasing me for? What? You said what? You said I'm the dude on Instagram.
But if you thought that was crazy, you gotta see this next clip, because a teen rapper from Birmingham, Alabama, known as Huncho Dinero, was on live arguing with his ops one day, since they fell out with each other.
You even going live about me for? You mad cause I said you ain't gang? You ain't gang, you ain't hanging around me and standing there, Ray and Kendrick, wait. Oh, mom. I'm a dunk out.
Huncho eventually sees his ops ride by, so he instantly drops the phone, and they get into a quick standoff.
On Facebook, I ain't beefing with no. On Facebook, I ain't beefing with no. I ain't beefing with the north side because I ain't beefing with love because of these. I ain't beefing.
These niggas is wild.
He then tells his ops to spin back through since he was ready for all the smoke. And the dudes he was beefing with must have been watching his live because literally like 2 to 3 seconds later, they came back through. And more shots could be heard before he runs into the house and ends the live.
On the right, spin back through. I ain't playing with none of y'all. Wait. On the hit, record. Shoot. Man, shoot while they drive down the street while they record. Y'all spin back through. Shooting back at everybody. I'm shooting back at everybody. Spin back through. I'm my grandma. Yo.
You have to be careful with who you're beefing with, especially in today's time. This next rapper almost lost his life while chasing clout on the ops block. PGF Muda is a young rapper from Chicago who's affiliated with PGF Nuke. So one day,
Oh, I know how. Because these niggas is live. Do you see it?
Muda went live on Instagram and decided to call out his ops, claiming that he took over their hood.
The first car, this they park, right?
Them switch Glock.
This they park, right? Don't ever get past on last, girl. Oh, little man, this they park.
My God.
Minutes later, he lets everyone on the live know that his ops are never outside like they claim to be.
We finna walk this whole block. Come out of the crib, we gonna blow down. On them grave. Just like that.
Not too long after walking down their block, he thinks he sees an op, but isn't sure if it's an op. But turns out it actually was, because this happened next.
Don't you? Nah, that ain't nobody. I was on.
What are you? Get out, blow. Where you at? Where you going?
Where you going?
Muda didn't know where the shots were coming from, and due to the way he acted during the incident, his ops posted a video trolling him right after it happened.
Hey, he tell like, what they at? Open your eyes, boy. Hey, it don't make it no better, cuz the I ain't gonna say his name. He saw folks, and his turned around, and his ain't do nothing. He saw folks.
And thankfully, Muda didn't lose his life since his ops were hitting a switch at him. But Muda isn't the only young rapper from Chicago who had to learn their lesson after trying to troll the ops. Rapper 757 Lil G had a similar situation because he was on live walking through the ops hood while taunting them on IG Live.
You ran for me. You ran for me. You ran for me.
I know I'm gonna run it from me again when you come out this building. Come out. We y'all white. My daddy's white. White.
And seconds later, you could hear a few shots going off after all the playing. Someone might have been hitting at him from out of the windows since he was the only one walking around outside.
Fucking goofy.
Blue round. That's my boy.
That's when Lil G takes off running, and his ops were laughing and making fun of him since he was getting hit at and instantly took off running.
Go down. Stay on the loud. Stay on the loud. Get your
That is crazy. What was your... Oh my God. What was you thinking? You think nobody else is watching this if they got their homies? Everybody's getting this notification that's local, that you're following type shit. If this is Instagram, did he not know that? Maybe he didn't know that. Then once your ops join it, your ops friends now know. Maybe he didn't know that. What did he think was gonna happen? Maybe he didn't think. Okay, let's just continue.
White gold. Get out.
He
But-
just like I didn't get
One
what
might-
the purpose was.
White. My daddy's white. Come out. We y'all white. White. Come out this building. Come out. We y'all white. My daddy's white. White.
And seconds later, you could hear a few shots going off after all the playing. Someone might have been hitting at him from out of the windows since he was the only one walking around outside.
Easy lick, goofy boy in sandals. Is
He
that
was the
what
only
he
one
was in?
after all.
White.
Is he in
And
sandals?
seconds later, you could hear a few shots going off after all the playing. Someone might have been hitting at him from out of the windows since he was the only one walking around outside.
No, for real. I couldn't tell. It looked like sandals.
Blue out!
That's tough.
That's my boy! That's my kid!
That's when Lil G takes off running, and his ops were laughing and making fun of him since he was getting hit at, and instantly took off running.
Go down! Stay on the loud! Stay on the loud! Get your go down! Oh, look like soul! Get him off here, look, hey! Get him off here! Hey, look, hey, get him off here! Stop playing! Get his shot down!
Now, let's move on to M Block, because M Block is a rap group from Chicago, and they're known for doing all types of crazy things live. Because one day, M Block DIY had some of his
Nigga talking about Lil K, get him off here. If this nigga ain't Lil K right here, up here, you bullshit.
Look, hey, get him off here! Hey, look, hey, get him off here! Stop playing! Get his shot down!
Now, let's move on to M Block, because M Block is a rap group from Chicago, and they're known for doing all types of crazy things live. Because one day, M Block DIY had some of his young fans join his IG live and start shooting to see who had the most firepower. So one of the fans joined the live and showed him, letting off a switch to try and gain clout.
They blink, man.
Yeah, man. Let us hear it, man.
Oh, we. Let's hear it. Just say, hey.
Damn! Let our whole sweat!
That's when everyone on the live stream started going crazy, since the dude let off the switch. M Block told the fan to hurry up and get off the live stream, since if he got caught with the switch, he would have instantly been facing Fed time.
Hey, yeah, hurry up and leave and come back, though. Change your hoodie, blood. Ooh, leave and come back, boy. You tweaking. Yeah, you tweaking now. Come on now, don't play the police games. You tweaking, man.
But this next rapper wasn't so lucky and ended up losing his life due to a live shooting. PSO Emmett was a 16-year-old rapper from Memphis, Tennessee, who was making waves in the city with his song, Sliding, and Tonight. He was gaining a local buzz and racked up hundreds of thousands of views on some of his music videos. But before Emmett could make it big in the rap game, he was hit up while attending his friend's funeral. On Saturday, October 23rd, 2021, Emmett was at a funeral for his friend Jamarco Smith, another teen from Memphis who died. On the way to the funeral, PSO funeral for his friend Jamarco Smith, another
Damn.
teen from Memphis who died. On the way to the funeral, PSO Emmett's cousin,
How old is that chat? 2005 to 2021, 10 years. It's motherfucking 2015. So 7 more years. 6 more years, actually. So he's 16.
PSO Day Day went live, showing them walking in a group down the road to the church where the funeral was being held. And towards the end of the live, Day Day starts taunting the ops, telling them how they aren't on nothing and never did anything to them.
I been on. I ain't never sent a slingshot our way. On God. On God. No talk. I bet you don't make it off. On God. Gonna be at another DOA.
And not long after the live, a group of men pulled up in a black Jeep and started letting off at him. Emmett and his cousin got hit before they fled the scene. His cousin Day Day was rushed to the hospital, but unfortunately, Emmett passed away on the scene. Even though PSO Emmett was known for showing straps in his music videos, his family told the media that he was just a normal kid who worked at Wendy's, went to school, and worked on his music. His dad even said the same when he spoke about Emmett in a news interview.
A baby, 16, full of life. He enjoyed himself. The best kid you ever want to be around, full of everything you want to see.
Memphis is a crazy place because Emmett isn't the only young rapper from the city to have a crazy shooting on live. Another young rapper, Scat Pack Ty, is known in Memphis for terrorizing the streets. So on July 11th, around 1 a.m., Scat Pack Ty was at a gas station with some of his partners, and they saw one of their ops' cars ride by the gas station. That's when Scat and his partners started firing at the car. One of the victims who was riding in the car ended up getting shot in the hand and had to be taken to the hospital. One man who was inside the gas station truck also ended up getting hit by the gunfire, shattering and breaking his rear and side windows. Police also say that they found over 50 shell casings at the scene. And store footage easily got Scat caught up, and he is facing several charges due to this situation.
It was an alarming assault caught on camera at the beginning of July. A month later, and one of the accused was caught and faced a judge Friday. Tyrion Flemings is charged with aggravated assault, vandalism, and unlawfully possessing a weapon. The judge letting the 18-year-old know he was also facing a charge for allegedly stealing a $66,000 SUV in which police say fingerprints from the vehicle's rearview mirror pointed them in the direction of Fleming's. Be released. Altogether, bond was set at $160,000.
Now, let's move on to a rapper from Chicago, known as OTE, Lil Wick. Because one day, Lil Wick was walking in his hood and discussing ops on live.
Look, one thing about we not duckies, he still look like he's trying to play crack, shorty. You heard that? Where you?
But unlike most rappers, Lil Wick was the one who started firing first when he noticed his ops. Because he and whoever he was with saw one of his ops' cars pass by, and it was on sight from there. But if you thought that was crazy, one rapper nearly died on IG Live, and another watched one of his close homies lose their life right in front of his eyes. So click this video.